welcome to All-in-One PHG. Today our concept is the Mauryan Empire. Part 2. In Part 1 we have learnt who are the Mauryans, the Mauryan rulers, Kalinga War, consequences of Kalinga War. In Part 2 we are going to learn Mauryan administration. In the description I will keep the video link of Part 1. What Mauryan administration. Pan-Indian character. The Mauryan Empire, being with Chandragupta Maurya, was vast with an all-Indian character. Silalus, who Chandragupta defeated in war, had handed him 4 provinces of Kabul, Kandahar, Herat and Balochistan. These remained with Mauryan Empire right up to the end of Ashoka rule. During Bindusara rule, Ashoka reached Takshila and quelled the revolt there. After Bindusara had established his rule over South India, no other king ever ruled over the whole India. The fact that Chandragupta Maurya spent his last years at Sravanabellagola in Karnataka speaks volume about all Indian character of the Mauryan Empire. The chief advantages of Pan-Indian character of his empire were the following. It marked the end of small states. It helped in establishing trade links with foreign countries. It made India strong and helped Mauryan kings face foreign aggressions successfully. After Ashoka's victory over Kalinga, the era of conquests and wars were opened. It helped the Mauryan kings to pay more attention to social and economic life of people. Hence, there were an all-round economic prosperities. It was Chandragupta Maurya administration. It was Chandragupta Maurya under the guidelines of Chanakya who laid the foundation of an elaborate system of administration. Chanakya wrote a book, Arthashastra, in which he describes the principle of politics and the art of administration. Chandragupta's son Bindusara retains the same, and Ashoka made some changes necessity by changing of heart after the Kalinga War. Ashoka added a new 5th provinces, Kalinga, in the existing 4 provinces with Tosali as its capital. The Mauryan centralized monarch became a patronized deposit under Ashoka. In one of his edicts, Ashoka said, "All men are my children." Ashoka simplified many rigorous practices related to administration regarding taxation and crop collection. This helped to increase productivity and economic activity across the empire. Ashoka appointed Mahamantras, governors, to look after the welfare of his subjects. Mauryan administration has 2 main divisions: civil administration and military administration. Civil administration. The civil administration had 2 main divisions: the central government and provincial government. Central government. The Mauryan government was centralized and was managed by several officers of different rank. The king was the superior authority and his throne was hereditary. He was also the supreme judge. Megasthenes, the Greek ambassador at court of Chandragupta Maurya, in his book Indica and Chanakya in the Arthashastra tell us about the Mauryan administration. Ashoka brought about some changes in administration system of Chandragupta Maurya. He appointed Mahamantras to look after the welfare of his subject. At the central level, the king was assisted by the Council of Ministers, Mantri Parishad, headed by Prime Minister. Each minister was responsible for his department. The Council of Ministers, including the chief Pujari of the state called Purohit Senapati, who advised the king on matters related to war and peace. The head treasury called Sanidata and Samaharth, the taxation expert. The other important officers were Accountant General, one in charge of agriculture, Superior of Mines, Superior of Ports, Controller of Commercial as well as Superior of Weights and Measures. These were the provinces of Mauryan Empire. Magadha, capital Patliputra; Gandhar, capital Takshila; Avanti, capital Ujjaini; southern provinces Swarnagiri, Kalinga, Tosali. Provincial government. Ashoka made alternates only in central government and not only in the provincial government. During his grandfather's time, there were 4 provinces, and after addition of Kalinga in Ashoka's time, there were 5 provinces as shown below. Head of provinces were called Kumar or Aryaputra. Only the princes were appointed to these positions. During Ashoka time, Kumar was assisted by the governor Mahamatra. According to some rock and pillar edicts of Ashoka, besides the Mahamatra, other officers took active part in administration of the provinces. Pradiksha collected tax. Rajuka performed the function of modern day Tehsildar or revenue officer. The Rukta was the treasury. District administration. The provinces were divided into districts called Janapadas. Their administration was looked up by Pradeshika, Rajuka and Yukta. Administration of cities. Important cities, the capital of provinces, as given earlier, had their own administrative system. The head of the city was called Nagaradaksha. According to Megasthenes, the administration of Patliputra, the capital city of Mauryan Empire, was looked after by a committee of 30 members. The revenue system. The land revenue was the chief source of income to the Mauryan Empire. It was 1/6 to 1/4 of product. 2 kinds of taxes, namely Bali and Banga, are mentioned in the edicts of Ashoka. Banga was levied on agricultural produce and the cattle at the rate of 1/6. According to Vincent Smith and Samastri, Bali was religious tribute. Toll tax was imposed on articles which were bought for sale. Taxes were levied on liquor shops and gambling houses. Some taxes were collected from forest and mines. From the revenue collected, the state provided various facilities like roads, irrigation, hospitals, and met other expenses of the state. The spice system. Chandragupta Maurya had a wide network of spies in his empire. There were spies against the spies, and on important matters more than one agent was asked to collect information. The king was always kept information of the working of military administration. Chandragupta Maurya maintained a huge army consisting of infantry, cavalry, elephants and characteristics. According to Megasthenes, the Mauryan army consists 6,000 infantry, 6 lakhs infantry, 30,000 and 9,000 war elephants. According to another source, the Mauryan maintained 8,000 charioteers. The chief weapon used were bows, arrows, shields, swords, etc. The king was the commander-in-chief of the army. The whole army was under a military commission of 30 members. The Mauryans also had a well-laid recruitment policy. The soldiers were paid salary in cash. The Mauryan king had built forts at strategic places for safety and security of the empire. End of Mauryan Empire. Ashoka ruled for about 36 years and died in 232 BCE in Patliputra. After his death, the Mauryan Empire began to decline. There were many reasons for its decline. Successors of Ashoka were weak and could not control such a vast empire. Weak and inefficient rulers promulgated provincial governments to rebel and declare independence. The empire was too vast and it became difficult to control far-flung areas. Heavy expenses included to maintain a large army drained the state's treasury. After 50 years after the death of Ashoka, the Mauryan Empire came to an end. In 185 BCE, the last Mauryan ruler, Brihadatta, was assigned by Pushrimutra Sanga, a general in Mauryan Empire. He founded the Sunga dynasty. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.